we're going to go from the bottom up. So I know I've got my intact pivots now, pivot cup. So I'm going to put the bottom cushion cap on, and then I'm going to put the bottom cushion, and that is a barrel shaped one. That one gives you stability near the plate. Then we're going to put our truck on, make sure that the pivot is sitting nicely in the pivot cup. If the pivot cup, as I was saying before, if the pivot cup is broken like this one and you have nothing in the way, it's going to eventually grind this metal on this metal. It makes a really horrible noise. It feels quite unpleasant. It is like grinding your teeth or something like that, but it's quite a grindy motion, and it will basically shorten this. And if that happens, it's going to change the geometry. So we need the truck to sit at an exact right angle compared to the kingpin. If the truck sits differently, it's going to push on the cushions differently, and basically the response that you get as a skater is less predictable. And it's like I say, it's a quid. It's such a simple thing to fix, but if you don't know what to look for, then obviously you potentially going to ruin your entire roller skate because of something that costs a quid. So we put our, I think I've said this before, like the nut, I think of it as a donut. And on the top of the donut is a little ring of icing, and it's got some sprinkles on it. And if you look at your nut, there will be a ring just inside of nylon. And on top, there's kind of little marks that I would like to think are sprinkles. So we're going to put it sprinkle side up, and we'll just twist gently until the threads catch. So you're going to screw it on as far as you can by hand, and that will be until the nylon catches and you can't screw it anymore. If you can screw it all the way on, there's no more nylon, time to get new ones. But I really don't think that in the life of this skate it's ever going to run out. So we have our skate tool, and we're going to turn it and tighten it back down. Now, can you see at the moment? So that's not tight at all. There's quite a lot of rattle. There's a lot of room there. The whole pivot's moving. That means this pivot arm is going to be smashing into that pivot cup if you leave it that loose all the time. So we do not want anywhere near that much movement in it. Sometimes you'll hear people suggesting to loosen the kingpin. So they're talking about this part, the kingpin, and they're talking about basically unscrewing this to make it looser so that you have more lateral, that side to side motion as you're roller skating. And that can make some things easier. But as I say, if you've got a lot of movement in the heel, it will make it too responsive, too lively, and it's actually very difficult to control.